Hello, my sexy and beautiful people of the internet. My name is Diego, also known as the Chilean Retro Gamer. And welcome back to Arcades at Home, an old series that I wanted to bring back to you guys. But first, before starting this playthrough of Raiden for the Sega Genesis, I think I owe you a quick explanation about what's going on. So, as you know, in 2009, I created a bunch of channels in order to divide and specify the content or separate the content, creating channels by themes. So I created Chilean Retro Gamer 2 for classic games only, Chilean Retro Gamer 3 for modern gaming, Chilean Retro Gamer 4 for PC gaming, and Chilean Retro Gamer 5 for ROM hacks and fun games. But I was like going back and forth using those channels every now and again. And then I created these other channels. Well, actually, I created them before these other four, sorry. And basically, I focused more on miscellaneous content on the four main channels, leaving these other four secondary channels a little bit, left out. But today, I decided to reuse these channels, rebranding them at the same time, so we can have a little bit of a fresh start. So Chilean Retro Gamer 2 became a channel dedicated only to Nintendo consoles. Chilean Retro Gamer 3 became a channel exclusively dedicated to Sony consoles and handhelds. This channel, Chilean Retro Gamer 4 and Chilean Retro Gamer 5, are going to be random channels, in quotes. Basically bringing you random miscellaneous content and also bringing back some old shows. So basically these two random channels, the one you are watching right now and Chilean Retro Gamer 5, are going to be used for recycling classics and also doing some newer stuff every now and again, some in real life stuff. I don't know, basically anything that doesn't belong to the previous channels will go here. So yeah, one of the channels that I decided to bring back or recycle or whatever you want to call it is Arcades at Home. That basically is me playing console ports from arcade games. But back then, when I used to do it on a different channel, it used to be like a 10-minute long video showing you quick gameplay of the game in question, but not doing a full playthrough of it. So today I want to change that with this rebranding by providing you full playthroughs of the console ports from arcades that I end up playing. Starting with Raiden Trad for Sega Genesis, which is basically Raiden. As you know, Raiden is a shoot 'em up from 1990. Alright, I'm testing my save states. So yeah, Raiden is a game developed by a company called Seibu Kaihatsu. In 1990, this port is from 1991 and apparently was, well, not apparently, we saw it in the title, that it was basically the conversion was made by a company called Micronet. But it is essentially the same Raiden game that we all know. Well, probably many of you do know. Again, I'm gonna be using save states, and the main reason for that is, as you can see, if you die, you have to restart from a checkpoint. Which is kind of shit, but, well, it is what it is. For the ones who follow me on other channels, as you know, I have a bunch of channels, 8 personal channels plus Naked Gaming, the group channel. I know it's super overwhelming, but you know my reasons. It's basically because I like to do many things simultaneously. I like to work on many projects at the same time, but I don't like to make them or feature them on the very same place. And even playlist would be a little bit confusing, so I'd rather separate the projects onto different channels and start from there. I think I would be able to organize myself better with different channels. So yeah, in one of these channels, Naked Gaming, the a channel that is technically mine, but I share it with other people, so they can post their stuff too. I started at the beginning of this year Raiden retrospective. Basically me playing through all of the Raiden games in order. All of the Raiden games from the original series, because this game also got a couple of spin-offs. Raiden Fighters and another one called Viper Phase 1, which is a solo game. Yes, I will take the bomb. For sure. So yeah, on Naked Gaming, I've been working on a special feature playing all of the Raiden games, but playing pretty much the original versions of it. So when I did Raiden, I did the original arcade, and apparently the version I played allowed me to continue in place. Oh shit. I think I want to change weapons. This one is more powerful than the spread gun, or spread shot. I'm talking Contra now. Am I even doing damage? Yes, I was. It would seem like I'm not doing damage, but I am. So yeah, in that one version of Raiden I played, it allowed me to continue from the very same point I died. I think some versions of the arcade, a different region maybe, didn't allow that. So you basically had to restart from a checkpoint. But apparently all of the console ports to Raiden, which had a bunch, including PC, basically had the checkpoint system for every time you died. Alright, back to the spread. I think this is technically called a wide shot. So yeah, in this game also, I mean, they only feature 2 different weapons. In the sequels, they start featuring a 3rd one. So yeah, here we have a wide shot and a laser. But from the 2nd game on, they feature a moving laser. In Raiden 2 and Raiden DX, well, Raiden DX is basically an expansion to Raiden 2. The laser was like a homing type of laser. You follow the enemy, or targeted an enemy regardless of the direction you are shooting. So you can power up your missiles up to 3 or 4 times. So yeah, this game specifically got ported on a number of systems, including the TurboGrafx 16, Sega Genesis, as you can see, the Super Nintendo. The thing is, and for some strange reason, the Genesis and Super Nintendo versions were called Raiden Trad, not just Raiden. And in essence, they are exactly the same game. Technically, there is no very clear difference in between the versions. I played Raiden recently, as I just told you, and so far I haven't found a single difference. Gameplay wise, well, the levels are pretty much the same. I would say in every Raiden game, they follow the same sequence of bosses, enemy types, music even. I mean, as much as I enjoy playing the Raiden series, let's be honest, every Raiden game is basically like a remake of the previous one. Raiden 2 is like a remake of Raiden 1, with some changes and improvements and new things. Raiden DX was an expansion to Raiden 2. Raiden 3 was like a 3D-ish remake to the other Raiden titles. Same thing with Raiden 4. Raiden 5 I haven't played much of. And I believe in 2018 they're gonna release Raiden 6. But I believe Raiden 5 was kind of different from the rest. But I played through the first 4 games, and they're pretty much similar except for the graphics in the case of the last 2 Raiden games. They're very similar from one another, in all honesty. Again, I enjoy each game for what it is. But yeah, I mean, objectively speaking, I believe that these are basically like remakes of one another. So yeah, I remember stage 2 being a little bit longer than the others. Oh shit. Alright, one of the things I never liked about this game is the surprise enemies that come from the sides and from behind, but especially from the sides. These little tanks and everything. Well, one of the reasons why those come as surprise enemies is because there is a side-scrolling element to this game. As you can see, there is a little bit of a horizontal scrolling going. So yeah, ideally you should go back and forth. Well, with the rapid fire you should be able to kill enemies fast enough. But yeah, as opposed to pretty much any vertical shoot 'em up, you don't have this type of scrolling, which you do have in this one game. So yeah, this is a recurrent second boss. Use a bomb. Alright. Yeah, stage 2 is a little bit longer than the others. Oh, you do get extends in this game. Every 300,000 points. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop the video now. I'll see you next time.